Welcome to Call Me Fridaus live stream, and tonight we are reviewing 2025. It was a tough year for most poultry farmers, and we're just going to look at some of the things that caused that, and what other things really happened in the industry, and then basing on the factors we will have talked about, we shall project what will happen in 2026 now that we are in January. I'm so glad to be joined by Poultry TV, that is Robert, and this is a permanent schedule. We shall be going live with Robert every Friday. So stay tuned. At least now we have a stable schedule. Every Friday we shall be going live with Robert, talking about different topics about poultry farming. So let's start right away. We don't want to waste any of your time. Robert,
Yes, Hajat.
how is Poultry TV?
Poultry TV is moving on well. Yeah,
Happy
everything is
New Year.
moving
Happy
well.
New Year.
Thank you, Hajat. Happy New Year too. Happy New Year, all subscribers of Call Me Fildaus.
And
Nice meeting
Poultry
you
TV.
again. Hmm.
Okay, so we're going to talk about 2025. How did it
Hmm.
go for most poultry farmers? And there is no better
Hmm.
person to talk about it other than Robert. So we shall start right away. Robert, how
Yes,
was the
Hajat.
year for poultry farmers? How was it like?
Personally, for me, I thank God. I've achieved some. On a scale of 10, I achieved like 7. Out of 10, 7, 8, I think.
Wow.
But to some of other farmers, other colleagues, my friends, the thing that the year's been worse for poultry farmers. Mm. It has been worse. The truth is that it has been worse. Some of the reasons are the price of the feeds has been so high. I think the entire year. Mm. It could go low for some few weeks, to go low a bit, then all of a sudden it again goes up. Mm. Yet the price of the eggs is always constant. It changes a little, 500, 1,000. Mm. It doesn't exceed the 1,000. A trade
Yeah.
doesn't exceed the 1,000. So it's there 11, 12. Mm. Yet the feeds are always what?
Very high.
Another thing has been the labor, the workers. Uh, the workers have led to downfall of many farms. They steal the chicken, they steal the eggs. Mm. You leave your boss, you the boss, you leave the farm, they also leave. Mm. Especially the telephone farmers. Mm. You come to check on them the day you call them, I'm coming on Friday, they are around, they do everything right. You leave in the evening, they pack and also you tell them today you give the birds 60 kilograms of feeds, they give them 45 and they sell the 15. So the workers have also contributed much to the failure and downfall of many farms. Another thing, and I think this
Before
has
you
been the
move on to
biggest.
something else, I
Mm,
there's a video I watched and I actually made a review on it. This lady
mm,
actually shut down her farm, and the reason was actually farmers.
mm,
Unfortunately, this person was in diaspora, so she tried to trust people back at home, but they really
mm.
failed her so badly. She invested a lot of money, 45,000 Canadian dollars, and the
I saw
whole
that video.
investment failed because of
Mm,
workers.
mm.
So I don't know what we're really
She
going
was
to
doing
do
what?
with.
She was doing chickens.
She had like a mixed up
Mm,
farm. Goats. She was focusing mostly on goats and the chickens.
mm.
But I think the project actually failed even before it started. I think it didn't even survive a year. If and they were
And that,
stealing from her. It's crazy. It's crazy how
mm,
how the workers really
sorry.
failed her.
And that's why we are Portrait TV. We are here. To those farmers, those who, especially those who are abroad,
Mm-hmm.
we can do a partnership. We do the thing. Eh?
Okay.
I'm already moving on with some other two guys. So if there is someone out there, we can do that
Mm.
partnership. We do the thing. Mm.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's
Mm.
interesting. But it's
I
really
was,
sad. And if how are you going to manage those workers?
um me, you know me. Me, I'm always on the ground. That's what.
So the
I'm always on
solution
the
is
ground.
just being on the ground.
Though some people are like it that if you don't portray farming, and if you do a farm and you cannot be there, smite a prison, what?
Mm.
Me, being at a farm is not a prison. This is my job. Hmm?
Mm.
But anyway, let's leave those ones. Actually, the other 30 point before I forget it, yeah, which
Mm.
has led to the downfall of most of the farms. Someone is saying that reply to them here. Mrs.
No, we
Finas,
shall reply to them after our discussion. We can't.
okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is the third one
Mm.
is the diseases. Diseases.
Mm.
Yeah, diseases. Most actually, there is one person in Bombo.
Mm-hmm.
He's a friend of, there's my friend. There's a what a neighbor brought in the old chicks, hmm, from a
Mm.
certain company, and they were not, you know, they vaccinated some chicks in the they vaccinate the chicks in the hatcheries, huh? So these nini were not vaccinated. So the neighbor brought those chicks on the farm. Then this friend of mine, he came to visit and that farm. Then he went with a what? With a
With the infection.
disease. Aha. So also another a friend of that one also came and visited him. He took the disease. So the entire area. Mm.
that
So
that
even
was bad.
aha. By the time they go to find out that it was this one, they had already lost all the whatever's. Mm. So diseases have been. Even me, I was affected by cough recently, some two
Really.
weeks back, but I didn't lose any.
Mm.
I immediately responded because I
Quickly.
spotted it earlier. Mm. So if you're not always you're not on your farm. You leave the farm to the work for the workers. By the time you get to know that there is whatever going on, this is going on, they will be at the point of dying, point of death. But I was here. mm, It was night. It was at night. I was passing by. I had one coughing. I was like, "This is cough or what flu, whatever." I
Mm.
immediately yeah,
And I
acted.
think,
So
Robert, most farmers are ignoring the importance of biosecurity because all
true.
that disease spread would have been solved if there was strong
But
measures of biosecurity.
true
You
that.
know?
True.
And one
True.
mistake like this do you know it can wipe out like the entire
The entire
industry?
group. Mm.
Not just
Mm.
even a group, because it can easily spread from one district to another, and before you know it, then the entire industry is down.
Hmm. Did you know what the most interesting thing with this photo, whatever? It is always something small, which
Mm.
the big ones can't make you can't lead you to fall down, but something small like that, like this,
Mm.
it whips away the entire or half of it. Even if
Wow.
it takes away 10, they're taking up money from your pocket. Mm. Even if it is one, you're losing it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And another
Mm-hmm.
thing, yes, please.
Yeah, continue.
Another thing is about the feeds. Actually, me here in my region, you're still facing it. Problem with the feeds. Should I say it out? Let me say it out. The Kenyan, whatever, the Kenyan farmers are killing us.
What's happening?
These farmers will bring trailers, these big trailers, and they pack them to this whatever. They take the everything, the maize brand, everything they find there, they pack and take. You by the time you reach there, is there some maize brand? Nothing. They are in here here in my region. They are killing us. One farmer comes with four trailers. Four trailers. He makes sure he moves the entire whatever everywhere from this mill to the other one, from here to the other. He loads up everything.
You know,
That means
Robert,
the price in the next time you have to go. Yes, Hayat. Sorry.
the issue of the Kenyans disrupting or disturbing our market, it's
Hmm.
really serious.
Hey,
It's a serious
Hayat.
issue, and
You don't know
I'm
what
really
you are saying.
surprised the government is not coming
Hmm.
in to help us.
Hmm.
It's really a serious issue.
Have to
It's
come
not
in.
just about the feeds, but also the
Hmm.
off layers.
Hmm.
They're bringing in their cheaper off layers, and that's affecting the market. You know, we used to sell an off layer, you could sell it at
Hmm.
18,000. The Kenyan off layers are being sold at 14,000.
14,000. 14,000. True.
And there are
True.
very many on the market.
That means you here will be in for it. And that's why, Hajat, yeah, many farms have closed up this year. Have been, I have two friends we are partnering with. Yeah? One
Mm.
told me, tasked me to look for uh, a poultry farm, whatever, who are poultry empty farms, then we
For
use them.
renting. Mm.
But Hajat, what I was so surprised. I found almost 70% of the farms in all districts I went, the regions I went, empty. Out of the 10, whatever I could find, 7 were empty. The 3 were just in lawns, trying out, pushing slowly, slowly. Mm. Most of the farms have closed up this year. And that means those who are going to open up in 2026 are going to make money. Mm. They're going to make money. And
That's
that's why the price
a good
Budget.
projection.
Did you
Mm.
notice? Did you notice that the price of the broilers went to beyond what it used to be?
Yeah.
From 10,000 to 12. From 12 it went to 13. Now it's on 14,000. One broiler. 4 weeks.
But remember the other month of November, there was no chicks. There was no chicks
Mm.
on the market.
Actually, from around September, October, then November it went, even December. Mm.
It's
Most
so
farms
sad. Eh?
closed. Most farms closed. However much we are telling people to start, but most farms closed. Another thing, people are impatient. Mm.
Mm,
Especially those who are in layers. Some were a bit impatient. Like someone, the diseases hit them. Instead of holding a bit longer, they give up. They sell them immediately. Mm. A disease coming, they try fighting today, 1 week, second week, they sell them off. Mm. Another thing, maybe even not getting the right whatever. Because when you get to know that your birds are sick, mm,
mm,
first consult a vet. Don't go and buy what you think you heal them. No, consult a vet that I've seen these signs, this and this and this. What can I use? But
mm,
some farmers, what they do, give me tyrosine, give me extracycline. You're going to treat something. They're going. It's a cough, but you bring an need for fever. Mm? So you end up disorganizing the entire system of the chicken. Mm? So this year, it hasn't been so good for some farmers, for those I talk to. But
mm.
for thank God, I thank God. Mm. I was able also to put up. I'm setting, as I told you, I'm setting up my farm. I will soon show it. Mm. I'm setting it.
I can't wait to visit the
Yeah,
progress.
you're the only person who will visit it.
Biosecurity.
Yeah,
Then the
for you,
other issue,
mm,
Robert, I don't know if you've noticed that. Do you know some people are actually struggling with the market for both meat and eggs?
um, in some regions, in some regions.
Mm,
Why am I saying some regions? Because
mm,
for broilers and the eggs here in my region, you know the region I am in right now, the
mm,
market the market has been fair. Mm. The market has been fair. Cause up to
You
now,
didn't receive any calls from some farmer friends of yours asking you to help them with the market? I did receive so many. They were like, we know, looking for market, blah blah.
this time it didn't happen, Hajat. Here in our place,
Mm.
the market has been kind of fair. Maybe for eggs, we always have that that season of HDB when the price is so low for eggs. They were so
Yeah, around September. Was it September, November?
sorry. It covered that was it began in October. Then
Mm.
October, no, it began in September, then October, then in November.
The egg prices were very low.
Very low. Yeah, very low. Very, very low. Yet the feeds were what? High.
Were very high.
So some people could say, they give up instead of holding a bit longer. They give up. They sell the chickens away. Now in January, believe me, the price of the eggs are going to be up.
But
Why?
how high will they go?
Most of the chickens have been sold in this first season. You've said how high will you go? Even if they don't go, maybe if the feeds don't go a bit down, then that will be a problem. But we expect the feeds to go a bit lower
Mm.
mm, this January, because most of those guys with the maize stores, they have to open them. They have been keeping the maize for long. They have now to open them by all means.
Mm.
Mhm. So you expect
Okay,
it.
why I asked you how high will the prices go is the fact that
Mm,
according to statistics,
mm,
the consumption levels of Ugandans when it comes to meat and chicken, it's actually
mm,
very low.
mm,
And this actually affects the prices at which our eggs are going to be sold, bought at. Because the consumption rate is very low, no
mm,
one is actually willing to buy an egg at 1,000. The best
mm.
they can buy it at
It's
it's
500.
500, and they can't go
Oh,
beyond that. So the consumption behavior is still very low, both for
mm,
meat and eggs, according to statistics. So,
yeah.
and in some countries where the consumer behavior is very high, you find that actually
Mm,
eggs are sold expensively in some countries.
that's true. But even if they go high, the price of the feeds might also go high and the price, and the government
It's
has to come in somewhere. But one,
it's
they should work on these Kenyan guys with the trailers. They come and pack everything and take. Yeah, you reach at every
Actually,
store.
one Kenyan guy called me. He's
Mm,
an old friend, and he
mm,
recently ventured into poultry farming. So he asked, and we calculated. We wanted to know the difference between the prices in feeds between their
mm,
country and ours, and
mm,
when we computed, realized that their feeds are cheaper. But for them,
mm,
they have this mindset that when they come to buy here, it's going to be cheaper. So he was
mm,
surprised, was like, I was going to come next week to buy feeds from your country, but when I calculate,
mm.
it's your feeds are more expensive. And he cited a Kenyan company. I don't know if you know it, Meru.
Mero.
Meru. They also have a concentrate, but they are mostly in Ugali.
MERU.
Eh?
MERU.
That's a Kenyan company, and
Mm,
it started operating here. And it has
mm,
started, I think, producing maize bran and all that. So those are some of the companies that are attracting more Kenyans to come to our country, and they disturb everything. Then something interesting is that
mm,
you know what they do? Once they buy,
mm,
let's say, eggs from here or feeds from here, they take
mm.
them back home and they rebrand them. They say these are from Kenya, and yet they just bought them from Uganda.
From Uganda here. That's
Yeah,
very
that's what
true.
they're doing. It's
Mm.
really not fair. So they come back to the Ugandan market and they start selling to us. After they
Yeah.
had bought from
Letting
us,
us know
they go
our
back,
very
they
product.
rebrand,
Mm.
and then they own that product. So
Is
those
that
are some of the
mm,
things that are really affecting our poultry farmers back here in Uganda, and it was very bad in
and
2025.
and especially the small farmers, they have been affected this time. Do you know that if you're a small farmer, like you're having 300, 200, 500 birds, and your
Mm,
neighbors, immediate neighbor, a poultry farmer has like 15,000 or 10,000 birds,
mm.
is the one who is to set the price for you.
That's true.
Also, him is raising the eggs in bulk. Because if someone is having like 10,000 commercial layers, that
Mm,
means you can produce like 300 trays a day, trays of eggs a day. Now, for you with your 500 layers, that means you produce like 14, 15 trays a day. He's the one to set the price. Remember, for him, when he buys the feeds, he buys them in bulk. They'll
mm.
cut for
And he
him
gets a
whatever.
discount. Mm.
Aha. For you, since you're getting small, the thing is always the set price is the thing you follow. Mm? So for small farmers, this year hasn't been theirs.
But in that case, are we targeting the same market? I would imagine
Obviously,
someone with a bigger number would be selling to a larger market than you, who is a smaller farmer. I think the market is different.
Hajat, there is a farm down here. I just pray one day they allow me to go there. I will call you. I will call you. We shall go there together. They have 4 million commercial layer chickens.
4 million.
4 million. I'm still trying ways to go there. They are Indians. I'm
Is it
still
for
trying.
SR?
But not a very one. I just I just wanted to shout that name. But this very market we are in is the same market they are
They are selling
depositing
to.
their eggs. Yes.
Wow.
Recently, when the price of the eggs were low, they are releasing at their tray was it 8,000 8,500, and for us
Wow.
we are saying 10,000. Us at 10,000, theirs was 8,500. Can you
Wow.
compete with that person?
There is
And for
no
them,
way.
they deliver. Remember, for you wait for the buyer where at the farm, but for them
Mm.
they deliver. When they are off laying, if you hear that this month they are off laying, if you had a plan of laying this month, you just forget about it. You just forget, because they can even raise them at 12,000, 12,000, and for you want to sell like at 17, 18, or even at times 20. Hmm? we
Interesting. Our dear
are,
viewers.
we are having the same market with them. However much they are there, still you're
Mm.
still pushing. Yeah, you're
Okay,
still
so
pushing.
our dear viewers, I hope you're enjoying the review of 2025, how it was for
Mhm.
poultry farmers. I would request that you bring in
Mm,
your concerns, questions, everything that you are interested in
mm,
talking about or joining the discussion. But however, you can only
mm,
comment or ask a question if you are a subscriber. You are not
mm,
able to send in your questions, your comments, because you've not
mm,
subscribed yet. So, subscribe to the channel, then you'll be able to ask a question here. And also, like the video, just double tap on the screen
mm,
so that you can enjoy the discussion and also appreciate us. This year, we are not being stingy. We are being generous because we are doing this together. Also, look
mm,
out for Poultry TV. It's an interesting raising channel that is
mm,
going to be another archive for you to go learn about
mm,
poultry farming in general. So, we are still talking about what made 2025 a difficult year for most poultry farmers, and we are almost exhausting everything, but Robert is still telling us about the experience.
mm. Another thing I want to send a shout out to Nakazi Bridget.
Mm-hmm.
That woman is a royal follower. Each and every business.
we will come back to her later because others will feel cheated.
Special shout out to her. Pardon? Pardon?
We shall come back to our fans later because if we point out one, others will feel cheated.
Hey, I'm so. Ah, I understand. I understand.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, what else
Hmm.
made 2025 a difficult year for farmers?
Another thing which made 20, sorry, please, which made it 2025 a difficult year is that we put in our orders. We um we ordered for the chicks, and we were disappointed.
Mm,
Yeah, I think not only not only me. I can't say I was disappointed. We were disappointed because I talk to other people. You order in today is what today is when second.
mm,
You order in today, they tell you please give us 3 months. You wait for the 3 months, give us another 1 month. Mm, that happened. So they are changing your calculation.
mm,
Now, like for broilers, Hajat, true, I made a mistake. That now there's a problem in the comment section. Please, guys, I'm sorry. Please, let's continue. I'm sorry. Say I shout out to all of you, please, to all of you, mm, to all of you. Hajat, let's continue.
mm,
Mm, that affected. I was still talking for those of broilers. Remember those keeping broilers. They have to keep they want to keep this thing constant, every month, so that
mm,
you can be like the monthly earners. So January you want to bring in, even February, even March, but you order in January, they tell you please wait for us in March. That means in February, you're not going to be in business. You're not going to sell anything. Mm. Now, like for me, I had a plan like that year I wanted to grab like 2 bunches.
mm.
Mm. Yeah, but still I failed. Mm.
It was very sad, and I actually it didn't affect Uganda only. Even our neighbors, there were no chicks even in our neighboring countries.
Oh, and everything, most of the things we use are from them. So if they are affected, you're always affected. Yeah.
Ah, it means
Mm.
mostly having being a breeder in layers and
Mm.
broilers is going to be a lucrative venture in 2026.
Very true. You have spotted for them a very good business idea for
Mm,
2026. Those who can put in who can have who have that money, they can put hatcheries in Uganda. You will see.
mm,
Mm. Put hatcheries here
that's
in
interesting.
Uganda.
But the year wasn't
Mm.
totally bad, was it?
It wasn't totally bad. It wasn't
Let's
totally
look at
bad.
some of the good side. What really happened on the other side of the coin? What was some good news?
First, me alone or generate or even to other farmers.
Um, we can share personal and general experiences in the industry.
Hey, I begin with maybe personal one. I opened up the YouTube channel. Uh, yeah, I've also opened up Sekadama Poultry Service, Sekadama Property Services. Eh?
Mm, mm,
We buy, sell, we lease. We find out for people abroad land for farms. If you want to do a farm, just ask us to look for you. We we get for you that land.
mm,
We construct for you poultry houses. Mm. So to me, that's an achievement. Another thing which we have maybe achieved in this year, there was some small percentage of the government involving in the sector. It has been
mm.
small, yeah,
That's
but it has
true.
been there. Hmm. They showed some
Uh, I can actually
small.
cite some examples. The government was really, but the bad thing, before we even
Mm,
continue, the bad thing with these government initiatives is
mm,
that not so many farmers actually get to learn about them. Very few get to learn about these initiatives, and
mm,
they miss out on the opportunities. And even
mm,
when they're organizing these initiatives, They do not call
mm,
people like Robert, people like Fridaus, who are agri influencers to come and get the information and disseminate it to the people. They just
mm.
do it in their boardrooms and that's it. You know.
You know what happens with those people
Mm.
when they hear that maybe the poultry sector is under which ministry? Is it agriculture?
Maif
My
Ministry, Maif
mm.
Ministry of Agriculture, blah blah fisheries and what?
So there are some fellows when they get to know that the Ministry of Agriculture is maybe they're going to release maybe some farm equipment or some money. What
Mm.
they do, mm, they don't even come to poultry farmers. They get their colleagues. They tell them, come, there's a deal here, there's a plot. They sit down, they divide everything. So by the time the minister comes on ground, the minister, the president, anyone, they have already planted the people there who are not even farmers. So they give those packages to them, to them, to them. And you now the farmer, you just watch the things on the television like this. The government has given poultry farmers this equipment, this kind of money. Like, here, which farmers?
But we
And
should go for these people. Me, I'll be
worst of all,
hijacking their events. I'm telling you.
worst of all, they say that in the region you are in, it's where they have put the equipments. And you're like, which region? Where? I'm here. You asked your colleagues, please, did you see this? No, we saw it on TV. That in our region, all farmers are happy. Which farmers are happy? All farmers in this region are happy. The government gave them this.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the initiatives that actually the government put in place to make sure poultry farming actually gets better. There was one
Mm,
which happened in May in Entebbe. This was
mm,
the it was about it was about growth of small scale poultry farming businesses. Their aim,
mm,
this forum was organized to boost or to encourage small scale farmers to
mm,
engage in poultry farming and the
mm,
food value chains. This was
mm,
organized in Entebbe. There were so many of course, there are always ministers and leaders and other experts who are called,
mm,
and then maybe
mm,
they hope that these people who have attended they will go
mm,
back and teach the others, which most cases it doesn't happen. So in May 2025, they organized this forum for small scale poultry farmers. It took place in Entebbe, but you and I didn't get to know about it, and from whatever was discussed in there, it was about promoting sustainable practices
mm,
that are climate resilient. You know, we had a very dry spell, a long dry spell in that year, and it affected most farmers, especially broiler
mm,
farmers. There was heat stress in the birds and all that. So it was.
mm,
I mean, they sat, they talked about whatever they talked about. I don't know, but we are glad such initiatives are there, though they are not reaching the common person. They are not reaching the small scale poultry farmer. That's
mm,
the challenge. On that note, I also attended a boot camp which was organized by NARO, but I just got lucky to be part because
mm,
of my work I'm doing. So I think they NARO, that is Muzade, the NARO for Mukono, they thought
mm,
very important to involve me because there were just 30 participants. Some were from Burundi, and then
mm,
some were from Uganda, from different
mm,
districts. So, still here, they taught us about different climate resilient practices in poultry farming, especially for small scale farmers.
mm,
We learned about azola farming, black soldier flies, and then those,
mm,
those simple chicken val chains, and then so there are always good trainings that the government
mm,
actually organizes for poultry farmers in conjunction with other farms. For example, the Good Leisure Farm. That's where we were for
Mm.
the camp. So we went there for practical tips and all that. But I wished the entire poultry farming community was there. It would have benefited, you know.
Especially small scale farmers at least. But like someone I said here, Sebuma, that some actually most government initiatives target the large scale farmers, not the small ones. The small ones,
It's
the
crazy.
small ones always in loans, credit, what problems only.
It's interesting. Also, there was increase in youth engagement in poultry
Mm,
farming as an agribusiness. There are some events that were organized. Maybe you can mention
mm,
some of them that were organized to boost the youth engagement in poultry farming. I'll mention one. Uh, the Harvest Money Expo. I don't
mm.
know. Yeah, this is a good platform which is organized by Vision Group.
New
It brings
vision.
together so many farmers, and poultry
Yeah.
farmers are always there. Most of them you've had the big players in the industry. So it was a good platform, and they usually
I think
teach.
that always happens every year, right?
Yeah,
Mm,
and this time it was in the National Stadium, Mandela.
mm. That one's
Yeah,
always
so
so those farmers come and meet there, they see what other farmers are doing. Mm. They bring their stuffs to those who have made the new, they have some improved whatever. Those who are doing wooden cages, they
mm,
bring many things there. Mm.
yeah. And then there was
Innovate-
another event which happened at
Mm.
was it Kampala? Kampala, Old Kampala, the World
Mm.
Egg Day.
All
Yeah,
the
the
egg day.
government was really involved there, and they really emphasized the issue of youth engaging in poultry as an agribusiness. You know,
Mm.
there is a difference between poultry farming as just
Mm.
poultry farming, just raising chickens and selling them, but also the other side of agribusiness. I think you're most aware of it. You're doing poultry farming as a serious business, not just
Mm.
for raising. So that
Mm.
is that was one of the good initiative the government took part in.
Mm. Mm.
Also, some large companies, they they worked so hard to make sure the quality of the feeds and nutrition of the chickens really improves. I'll give an example of the Grain Pulse. I actually had a chance of visiting that company. Hey, those
Mm.
guys are serious, and
Where are
they
they
are
located?
very. It's in Mukono.
Mm.
It's in
Mm.
Mukono. Where is it? The exact location? I can't remember fully, but it's if you're coming from Kampala, it's on your left.
Mm.
It's a big company. It
Mm.
actually just changed the name because it was taken
Mm.
over by I think some Germans. Yeah, but
Mm.
it used to be owned by the local ones. Now I think it's a partnership. But those guys, they are serious. They have quality control. When you go into their factory, you see that whatever they are producing, they make sure it's
Mm.
of quality. Even their ugali, their kawunga.
Mm.
Hey, I don't know if you've ever gotten a chance of tasting it, but most of the kawunga we eat is stripped off of all the nutrients. We just left with maybe one nutrient in it. But
Mm.
their portion, it's actually
Mhm.
still have some nutrients, and the same applies to the concentrates that they are producing, that they
Mm.
produced this year, which was
Mm.
just tailored for either layers and broilers. So some companies and other grain pulse and others, I don't know if you know some that were focused on producing quality feeds. Maybe you can share with us.
Backbone from Tanzania, have Hendrix in Uganda. Mm. We haven't paid for the advertisement, but for our farmers and our subscribers. Mm.
I think in Uganda, it really hurts me that Ugandans want free things.
Mm.
They want they want free things. I'll give you an example. There is a farmer. He was
Mm.
struggling with selling, I think, day old chicks and all that. So I reached out to this person. I'm like, why can't I have a platform? Why don't you come speak to fellow farmers? He asked me, are you going to pay for my time? I was like,
Ah, he was the one I
I
think benefited
swear.
more.
I
Eh? He
swear
was the
that
one
gentleman
benefiting
asked
more.
me if I was going I was going to pay for his time. I was like, wow. I actually I sent him a very emotional message. It was very emotional. I was like, I sometimes
Mm.
get disappointed with this farming community of Uganda. It's really disappointing. So we still
I,
have challenges with our farmers. That's one of the things actually which is keeping most farmers as struggling farmers, because
mm,
they do not actually want to pay for services, one thing,
mm,
but they also do not want to come to the spotlight. The
mm,
farming has totally changed. We can no longer just farm, but we need to be visible online as well. People need to
yeah.
know what we are doing, but
Mm,
our farmers still have that mentality of just doing things in the background. So that was 2025.
mm.
There was some innovation. I don't know if you've realized that most poultry farmers have actually uh what they have taken they're using modern equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Automatic drinkers.
exactly.
Yeah. Some have joined the cage system. Mm. True.
Yeah, and I've seen some. I think I saw two to three climate
Mm.
controlled houses.
I beg your pardon?
I see. I've seen three farmers
Mm.
with
Mm.
um climate controlled houses
Mm.
where they are raising birds from. So the temperature is stable. The climate in that poultry house is stable. It's automatically controlled by the systems. If
Mm.
it's too hot, it lowers
Mm.
down. If it's too cold, it warms up
Mm.
just for
Mm.
the birds. So I think that's quite interesting for
Mm.
most poultry farmers. Though these things are expensive, but they are.
Agent,
Hmm?
have you ever heard of group fighting in the layers?
No,
You've never heard of it?
no.
If people stay online today, you're going to see it. Eh? You stay online, you people, you might get a chance of seeing it.
Your
Where
birds are
layers fight.
fighting.
Huh? Stay online, please.
What happened?
It has stopped. Those who
What
haven't,
happened?
who have
What
been,
causes that?
yeah. Ah,
What causes that?
hold on a bit. Hawezi kugula. Bwezi bwazikiragiranga mpita. I'm back. I'm back. Those who have been
So tell
online,
us
they have
what
seen
real
that.
what's even group fighting and what causes that?
Maria is saying overfeeding. Not overfeeding. Not overfeeding. That normally happens in
Mm.
aging. In aging, when they are aging, that's one. Two, overcrowding. Mm. Another thing is when these rats pass through them. The rats.
Hey.
Yeah.
Is it
So,
does it get bad?
pardon?
Does it get very bad
Yes,
when they
they
are
can fight.
fighting?
Yes, yes. Just that by the time I reached, they had stopped, but they
Mm.
fight.
Wow.
Hmm.
Wow. So,
So
Robert, unless you're having something else to say about the year 2025, but we want to go see what the audience is saying, our audience saying, then we shall
let's
call it
just
a
hear
day.
from them. Let's
Eh?
just hear from them.
We hear
Let's
from
hear
them.
from them. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mm.
This first one, who switched in Yolua Marukinho. Hello,
Uh-huh.
Fridaus. Thank you so much for tuning in. Happy New Year. Hamza is here, long time members. Happy New Year. Sure, it's been long. Happy New Year to you too. Uh, in Yolua, Miss Fridaus, can you please reply me? I'm here. I hope you didn't get upset. The policy is we first discuss and then we come back to
Mm.
your comments for interactions. Hamza, Fridaus, I
Mm.
need to save your number for future. Let me write it somewhere for you. Uh, but if you're still on, my number is 0743 779283. That's my number. So Solda said hi to you. Bridget. Yeah,
Nakazi Bridget.
Bridget Nakazi, thank you so much. Good
Mm.
evening, dear. Thank you so much for tuning in and Happy New Year to you. Hamza,
Mm.
why only now? It's
Hamza
Robert who
was
brought that.
calculating. Even Hamza is a person also. Mr. Hamza Mulaliya. Mm.
He's a
Mm.
Resevuma, but also some government initiatives target large scale farmers. That's very true.
Very
And of
true.
course,
Mm.
if there is anything that we should be aiming at as poultry farmers is to go big. There
Yeah.
is advantages that come with that. If you're a big farmer, there are big
There are
gains.
many privileges. Yeah. Mm.
Like your neighbor. I don't know.
Mm.
Bridget, so I have a question. In the year 2025, which poultry breed do you think made more business among the three? Among the three, broilers, layers, and the locals all improved locals like Sasso. Mm-hmm.
Automatically layers.
Hmm?
Automatically layers.
Are you sure?
Very sure.
But I would say it was a win-win for everyone.
Wait, the question is which poultry breed do you think
Eh,
made more business? Made more business among the three commercial layers.
are you sure?
Followed by broilers, then
The
Sasso,
local. Hmm.
then local ones are the fourth ones. By
By
the
the
way,
we
people
didn't.
Sasso, hold on a bit yet. Sasso is under dual purpose.
Yeah.
So not Sasso alone. So Sasso there is Croida, Noida, Kenny what else? So they
Ostrops.
play dual purpose. Don't say Sasso, but
Mm.
use the unique phrase dual purpose here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
By the way, we had forgotten to talk about that breed. So many people
Hmm.
actually. Uh, those guys of local farming. I was impressed
Hmm.
with their performance online. They are very serious talking about local poultry farming. Very serious. You
Hmm.
find them everywhere. TikTok,
People used to
YouTube.
despise people used to despise local whatever's, but they are doing well.
They are very serious. They are very serious.
Yeah.
They are doing a good job. And towards
Mm.
the end of the year, I saw most of them actually on top of having these astrolofs, those black chickens. They brought
Mm.
in the sasso. They added on sasso and the
Suffix.
yeah. So
Mm.
you find that they're having three breeds on their farms, and I think it
Mm.
really worked for them. So for me,
Mm.
to this question, Robert, I would say it
Mm.
was a win-win for all the breeds, as long
Mm.
as you knew how to to make your moves properly, you would
Mm.
benefit. But
And by the way, I have some.
definitely,
Mm. Mm.
sorry,
Because, pardon? I was
but
saying I have some dual purpose
you
somewhere.
have.
They are Kenny Bros. So I know what I'm talking of. I have
Mm,
them somewhere. Hmm.
okay.
Yeah.
Hamza is saying overfeeding.
Uh-uh.
Get a book,
Mm.
read it one more time. James Osieko said hi, and I think Sawuma, how often is the broadcast? How often is this broadcast? Actually, before we didn't have a proper schedule, but we are lucky we have agreed with Robert every Friday, we shall be going live to talk about the different things happening in the industry. So you be on the watch out. It usually starts from 9. Sometimes we
Mm.
get online late, maybe 9:30, and then it all goes up to 10. We usually do
Mm.
this for 1 hour, so don't miss out next time, especially when we started there. But I think we have a lot of political tension in the country. We are in a presidential election, so we are just praying for the best.
Mm.
We're just praying for the best, as most of us we want to resume business, start farms, and all that. But leadership determines everything in a country.
Obviously,
Yeah,
whether we can continue doing the farming or not, it's upon them. Not until they
exactly.
think the political environment is okay, then we shall continue. If it's not okay, I don't know what will be next.
whatever
Hamza
whatever happens.
Hamza is saying something that overfeeding, wait, get a book, read it one more time. Ah, maybe he's talking
Hamza
of that
is very funny.
group fighting, maybe in the chicken. I think
Yeah.
it's taking off.
Mm.
I'm going to look for you, Mr. Hamza, and we talk. Yeah, I'm going to look for you and maybe you enlighten me more about that. Hmm.
Hamza is very funny, but I agree. If they are scared, maybe if something
Hmm.
has scared them, they might turn against each other. But I think fighting is actually it's a must amongst even human beings fight. So, and chickens are also creatures. I think it just happens once in a while.
And this one is at night. No lights, no what. Hmm.
Maybe it was
Hmm.
something external.
Eh,
Yeah.
one more time, he was saying that you read for them the number.
Okay. Let me just write it
One
somewhere.
more
It's
time.
07 four
Hmm.
three seven
Hmm.
seven nine
Hmm.
two eight three. That's my number. But it's everywhere on my videos and my
Hmm.
previous videos. It's everywhere. Robert, we can't exhaust everything. We'll exhaust
Obviously.
everything, and we lack what talk about next to Friday.
Hmm. Hmm. We can't lack. We can't lack.
Sure. We sure.
Yeah.
So we thank you
Hmm.
so much, everyone, for tuning in, and I hope you've already set your goals for this year. You know, we thank God we are still alive. And I would love to hear from Robert your last remarks for tonight before we close this live.
My last 3 marks for the night. One, if you want to start a poultry farm, don't wait for all the lights to turn green. They will never turn green. Still something small will be behind you. That's one. Two, um, let us avoid all the cheap things in poultry. Avoid them. Avoid them. Avoid the cheap feeds, cheap concentrates, cheap chicks. Mm, they have repercussions. Mm. And
All right.
the
Mm.
third one is please subscribe. Eh? Subscribe to our channels. That's the only thing you can do for us. Subscribe. Eh?
That's very true. That's very
Yeah.
true.
Mm.
Kindly, that's a request. Watch our videos,
Mhm.
share them, subscribe to the channel so that you will
Mm.
be notified anytime something new drops on both Poultry TV and Call Me
Mm.
Free House. Until next Friday,
Yeah.
have a good night.